What would you do? Pay $2.3 million for a cramped 3-bedroom house where your kids share a bedroom? Or get a sprawling 5-bedroom home with a backyard and top-rated schools for under $500,000? I just analyzed housing data across 200-plus American cities, and what I found will blow your mind. Hidden in today's countdown is a city where families are building generational wealth while their kids attend schools that outperform private academies, and it's not where you think. I'm Move Smarter Global, and today's Top 10 reveals cities where your dollar doesn't just stretch further, it builds wealth while your family builds memories. But before then, I'm just wondering, when did we decide raising a family meant choosing between good schools and financial freedom? Well, these 10 cities prove you can have both without sacrificing either. If you're ready, let's dive in. Number 10. Huntsville, Alabama. Coming in at number 10, we have Huntsville, Alabama, and here's why this place is quietly becoming a magnet for young families. The median home price sits at around $332,000 for a family-sized home, while the median household income has jumped to $68,000. And that's before we talk about the aerospace and tech boom happening here. Huntsville isn't just affordable, it's smart affordable. NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center employs nearly 7,000 people directly, plus thousands more contractors. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and dozens of defense contractors are expanding operations here. Your kids will grow up in a city where rocket scientists are neighbors, not just people on TV. Picture this. Your family lives in a beautiful 4-bedroom home with a 2-car garage. Your kids attend Madison City schools, ranked in the top 10% nationally. And dad's commute to Redstone Arsenal is 15 minutes through tree-lined neighborhoods. Oh, and Alabama has no state income tax on military retirement pay and some of the lowest property taxes in the nation. What if I told you that Huntsville's population of young professionals has grown 23% since 2020? These aren't just any young professionals. These are engineers, researchers, and tech innovators who could live anywhere, but choose to raise their families here. Compare that to Seattle, where those same aerospace engineers pay $850,000 for a starter home and still face a 45-minute commute. In Huntsville, you get the career opportunities without the crushing housing costs. Now, I'll be honest, Huntsville summers are hot and humid, and you're not getting Seattle's coffee culture. But when your mortgage payment is $1,800 instead of $5,200, you can afford a lot of air conditioning and premium coffee beans. Number 9. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Number 9 is going to surprise you because most people couldn't find this place on a map, yet it's consistently rated as one of America's best places to raise children. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where the median home price is around $330,000 and the unemployment rate is a stunning 2.1%. Here's what makes Sioux Falls special. Sanford Health and Avera Health Systems have created a medical hub that rivals major metropolitan areas. Wells Fargo employs over 3,000 people here. Citibank has a massive operation in town. These aren't small-town jobs. These are Fortune 500 careers with small-town living costs. Your kids will grow up sledding in Falls Park, swimming at Family Aquatic Center, and attending schools where the student-teacher ratio averages 14:1. The Brandon Valley School District and Harrisburg School District consistently rank among the nation's top 100. And here's the kicker. Your property taxes funding these excellent schools average just $2,800 per year. When's the last time you heard of a city where the biggest traffic jam lasts 8 minutes? In Sioux Falls, rush hour means you might hit 2 red lights on your way to work. South Dakota has no state income tax, no inheritance tax, and some of the lowest business taxes in America. That's why companies like Amazon, FedEx, and Premier Bank Card have major operations here, and why your take-home pay goes further than almost anywhere else. Now, let's be real. Sioux Falls winters are no joke. We're talking genuine cold, the kind where your car needs a block heater. But here's what I've learned from families who've made the move. When your housing costs are low and your schools are excellent, you can afford that Florida vacation in February. Number 8. Columbus, Ohio. At number 8, we have Columbus, Ohio. And if you've been sleeping on Ohio, it's time to wake up. The median home price in family-friendly suburbs like Dublin and Hilliard sits around $420,000. Here's what you're getting for that investment. Columbus is home to Ohio State University, Nationwide Insurance, JP Morgan Chase operations, and over 20 Fortune 1000 companies. The job market is so diverse that when one sector slows down, others pick up the slack. Your career has room to grow, pivot, and evolve without forcing your family to relocate. Imagine your kids attending Dublin City schools or Olentangy local schools, both nationally recognized for excellence, while you live in neighborhoods where Halloween still means kids trick-or-treating until 8 p.m. and neighbors know each other's names. Your family gatherings happen in a finished basement that's bigger than most New York apartments, and your backyard actually has room for a swing set and a garden. What if the secret to work-life balance isn't working less, but living somewhere that doesn't exhaust your energy and bank account? Columbus families consistently report higher satisfaction scores for leisure time and financial stress levels compared to coastal city residents. The Columbus metro area has added over 150,000 jobs since 2020, with average salaries increasing 12% annually in tech and healthcare sectors. Plus, Ohio's relatively low state income tax means you keep more of what you earn. Here's what you won't get in Columbus: mountains, ocean beaches, or year-round perfect weather. But you will get 4 distinct seasons, world-class hospitals, a thriving art scene, and that Midwest friendliness that makes raising kids feel like a community effort rather than a solo struggle. Number 7. Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Number 7 brings us to the Research Triangle. And families, this is where tech innovation meets Southern charm, at a price point that'll make your accountant smile. The median home price in family-friendly areas like Cary and Apex hovers around $425,000. But you're buying into one of America's fastest-growing job markets. IBM, Cisco, Red Hat, SAS Institute, and dozens of biotech companies call this area home. Duke University, UNC Chapel Hill, and NC State create a pipeline of innovation that keeps companies relocating here. Your kids will grow up in a region where intellectual curiosity is the norm, not the exception. Picture Saturday mornings at the Cary Farmers Market, afternoon hikes at Umstead State Park, and evenings where your biggest decision is whether to catch your daughter's soccer game or your son's robotics competition. The Wake County school system serves over 160,000 students, with programs that would make private schools jealous. What would you do if I told you that Raleigh-Durham has the second highest concentration of PhD holders in America? Your children will attend schools where it's normal for parents to work in cutting-edge research, and where science fairs look like mini versions of actual research conferences. North Carolina offers reasonable state taxes, no tax on military retirement income, and a cost of living that's 8% below the national average, despite the region's prosperity. Plus, you're 3 hours from the Blue Ridge Mountains and 3 hours from the Outer Banks. Weekend adventure options that coastal city families pay premium prices just to visit. The triangle isn't perfect. Summer humidity is real, and traffic is increasing as more families discover what we're talking about here. But when you're paying $2,200 for a mortgage instead of $4,800, you can afford to discover those mountain retreats and beach houses. Number 6. Des Moines, Iowa. Coming in at number 6 is Des Moines, Iowa, and I need you to forget everything you think you know about Iowa because what's happening here will blow your mind. Median home price is around $285,000. Unemployment at 2.8%, and here's the stat that made me do a double take. Des Moines has the highest concentration of insurance company headquarters in America. We're talking Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, Principal Financial Group, Allied Insurance, and over 60 major insurance operations. These aren't agricultural jobs. These are white-collar, professional careers with benefits packages that include everything from childcare assistance to education reimbursement. Your family's Saturday routine might include browsing the downtown farmers market, one of America's largest, followed by bike rides along the High Trestle Trail and evening concerts at the outdoor amphitheater. West Des Moines Community Schools and Johnston Community Schools consistently rank in the top 50 nationally, with facilities that rival private academies. Here's what I'm curious about. When did we start believing that opportunity only exists in expensive cities? Des Moines has added over 40,000 jobs in the past 5 years, with average salaries increasing faster than housing costs. Your money doesn't just go further here, it actually grows faster. Iowa has some of the most business-friendly tax policies in the Midwest, and Des Moines specifically offers incentives for young families, including down payment assistance and property tax abatements in certain neighborhoods. Yes, you'll need a winter coat, and no, you won't have trendy rooftop bars on every corner, but you will have genuine community connections. schools where teachers know your child's name, and neighbors who still wave when you're getting the mail. Families moving to Des Moines report that their stress levels drop significantly within the first year, primarily due to shorter commutes, lower housing costs, and what sociologists call social capital, the kind of community support that makes parenting feel sustainable rather than overwhelming. Okay, before we reveal the top 5, and trust me, number 3 is going to shock you, I need your help with something. If these insights are opening your eyes to possibilities you didn't know existed, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I post new family-focused real estate opportunities every Tuesday and Friday. And here's what I'm really curious about. Are any of these cities already on your radar, or are you discovering them for the first time? Drop a comment and let me know which one surprised you most so far, because our top 5 are going to challenge everything you thought you knew about where successful families are choosing to build their futures. Number 5, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 5 is Fort Wayne, Indiana, and this is where American manufacturing meets 21st century family living. With median home prices at $185,000 and a job market that's added 25,000 positions since 2020, Fort Wayne represents something powerful. Economic stability your grandparents would recognize, with opportunities your kids will inherit. General Motors, Raytheon, Do It Best Corporation, and dozens of advanced manufacturing companies have operations here. But here's what's different about Fort Wayne's manufacturing. These are high-tech, automated facilities where workers earn $65,000 to $85,000 annually, with benefits packages that include healthcare, retirement matching, and education assistance. Imagine your family living in the historic West Central neighborhood, where 1920s homes have been beautifully restored. Your kids attend Fort Wayne Community School's acclaimed STEM programs, and your weekend adventures include biking the River Greenway trail system that connects the entire city. Your children will grow up in neighborhoods where front porches still matter, and summer evenings mean impromptu block parties. What if the path to middle-class prosperity isn't climbing the corporate ladder in expensive cities, but finding stable, well-paying work in places where your income actually creates wealth? Fort Wayne families typically spend 18% of their income on housing, compared to 35% to 40% in major metropolitan areas. Indiana offers reasonable state taxes, excellent interstate highway access for family road trips, and something increasingly rare, industrial jobs that provide genuine economic security for families without college degrees alongside opportunities for college graduates in engineering and management. Fort Wayne winters are cold. The nightlife scene isn't going to rival Chicago, and you're not getting coastal cultural amenities. But you are getting something more valuable for families: predictable housing costs, stable employment, and communities where kids can actually be kids. Number 4, Omaha, Nebraska. At number 4, we have Omaha, Nebraska, and there's a reason Warren Buffett, who could live anywhere, chooses to call this place home. Median home prices around $245,000, unemployment at 2.3%, and a business environment so favorable that Fortune 500 companies compete to establish operations here. Berkshire Hathaway, ConAgra Foods, Mutual of Omaha, TD Ameritrade, and Union Pacific Railroad create a job market with unusual stability and growth potential. These aren't boom and bust tech companies. These are institutions that have weathered economic storms and continue expanding their workforce. Your family's routine might include Saturday mornings at the Old Market District, afternoon visits to the Henry Dorley Zoo, ranked number 1 in the world, and evening baseball games at TD Ameritrade Park, where College World Series magic happens every June. Omaha public schools in suburban districts like Millard and Elkhorn offer programs from International Baccalaureate to advanced manufacturing training. And here's what most people don't know about Omaha. It has the highest concentration of millionaires per capita in the Midwest. What creates a kind of wealth in a place where housing costs are so reasonable? Stable employment, business-friendly policies, and a cost of living that allows families to actually save and invest their income. Nebraska has no state income tax on military retirement, reasonable property taxes, and what economists call economic diversity. When one sector struggles, others maintain stability. Your family's financial security isn't dependent on a single industry or economic trend. You won't get mountains or ocean beaches, and yes, Nebraska weather includes genuine winter. But you will get something increasingly rare in American cities. A place where middle-class income creates an upper-middle-class lifestyle, where kids can walk to neighborhood schools, and where community events still bring neighbors together instead of everyone staring at their phones. Number 3, Nashville, Tennessee. Number 3 is going to surprise you. Because when most people think Nashville, they think honky-tonks and tourists, not family neighborhoods and excellent schools. But Nashville's transformation into a major business hub has created opportunities for families that go way beyond the music industry. Median home prices in family-friendly suburbs like Franklin and Brentwood range from $450,000 to $650,000, which sounds expensive until you realize what you're buying into. Nashville has become the healthcare capital of America, with HCA Healthcare, community health systems, and dozens of medical companies providing over 300,000 jobs in healthcare alone. Add Amazon's operations center, Nissan North America headquarters, FedEx operations, and a growing tech sector, and you have job market diversity that provides security and growth potential. Tennessee has no state income tax, business-friendly policies that continue attracting companies, and Nashville specifically offers incentives for young families, including first-time homebuyer programs. Picture your family living in historic neighborhoods like Green Hills or newer developments in Williamson County, where your kids attend some of Tennessee's highest-rated schools, and your weekend entertainment options range from family concerts at the Ryman to hiking in Percy Warner Park. Franklin's Special School District and Williamson County schools consistently rank among the nation's top 100, with facilities and programs that rival private academies. What if the secret to combining career growth with family quality of life is choosing cities in their growth phase rather than cities at their peak? Nashville families report higher satisfaction with work-life balance compared to families in established expensive cities, primarily because commute times average 25 minutes, and housing costs allow for financial flexibility. Here's what makes Nashville special for families. It's big enough to offer world-class healthcare, education, and cultural opportunities, but still growing fast enough that your real estate investment has significant appreciation potential. Nashville traffic is increasing as more families discover what we're discussing here. Summer humidity is real, and housing costs are rising faster than some other cities on this list. But when you're building wealth through real estate appreciation while your kids attend excellent schools and you advance your career, those trade-offs start looking pretty reasonable. Number 2, Austin, Texas. Number 2 brings us to Austin, Texas. And families, this is where tech innovation meets family-friendly policies in a way that's creating generational wealth opportunities. Yes, Austin has gotten more expensive. Median home prices around $585,000. Here's why smart families are still choosing to invest here. Apple, Google, Meta, Tesla, Samsung, and over 3,000 tech companies have operations in Austin, creating a job market where career growth and salary increases outpace housing cost increases. The average tech salary in Austin is $128,000 compared to San Francisco's $165,000. But Austin's cost of living is 43% lower, meaning your purchasing power is actually higher in Texas. Your family's lifestyle includes weekend kayaking on Lady Bird Lake, Friday night high school football that rivals college games, breakfast tacos that become a family tradition, and music festivals where your teenagers actually want to hang out with you. Austin ISD and suburban districts like Round Rock and Leander offer programs from dual language immersion to robotics competitions that prepare kids for the tech economy surrounding them. What would you do if I told you that Austin families building wealth through real estate appreciation over the past decade have seen average equity gains of $180,000? Texas has no state income tax, business incentives that continue attracting major employers, and Austin specifically offers homestead exemptions that significantly reduce property tax burden for families. Here's the Austin advantage. Your kids grow up in a city where entrepreneurship and creativity are celebrated, where starting a business is supported by multiple incubator programs, and where the next generation of American innovation is being developed. Austin isn't perfect for families. Traffic has become genuinely challenging, summer heat is intense, and rapid growth means infrastructure sometimes struggles to keep pace. But when you're talking about a city where your career can accelerate, your home appreciates in value, and your kids receive education that prepares them for the economy they'll inherit, those challenges start looking like growing pains rather than deal breakers. Austin represents something powerful for families, a place where you can build wealth while building community, where your professional growth doesn't require sacrificing your children's childhood, and where keeping it weird includes the weird idea that families can actually thrive in a major American city. Number 1, Plano, Texas. And our number 1 best affordable city to raise a family in 2025 is Plano, Texas. And families, this isn't just the best deal in America. It's the proof that you can absolutely have it all without sacrificing your financial future or your children's opportunities. Here's why Plano represents the perfect storm for family success. Median home prices around $485,000 for homes that would cost $1.2 million in California. Access to Dallas-Fort Worth's massive job market without the urban challenges, and school districts that consistently rank in the nation's top 20. Plano sits at the heart of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where American Airlines, AT&T, ExxonMobil, Texas Instruments, and over 50 Fortune 500 companies provide job opportunities across every industry you can imagine. But here's what makes Plano special. It's designed specifically for families, with master-planned communities, excellent infrastructure, and city policies that prioritize quality of life over rapid development. Picture your family in neighborhoods like West Plano or Legacy West, where your morning jog takes you past million-dollar homes and your kids walk to schools where the average SAT score is 150 points above the national average. Plano Independent School District operates like a private school system with public funding. Small class sizes, individualized attention, and programs from international baccalaureate to career technical education that prepare students for whatever path they choose. What if the smartest financial decision you could make for your family isn't buying the cheapest house, but buying the best value in a location with proven appreciation potential? Plano homes have appreciated an average of 6.8% annually over the past decade, meaning your housing investment builds wealth while providing stability for your family. Here's the Plano secret that real estate investors know but don't advertise. Master-planned communities with excellent schools in business-friendly states create sustained demand that protects your investment even during economic downturns. Your home isn't just shelter. It's a wealth-building vehicle that funds your children's college education and your retirement simultaneously. Texas offers no state income tax, business incentives that continue attracting major employers to the region, and Plano specifically provides municipal services, parks, libraries, recreation centers that rival private club amenities. Your property taxes fund excellence, not bureaucracy. Now, let me be completely honest about Plano. Summer heat is intense. You'll need a car for everything, and the cost of entry has increased significantly from what it was a decade ago. But when you're talking about a place where your children will receive world-class education, your career has room to grow across multiple industries, and your home investment appreciates consistently, those trade-offs represent the cost of excellence, not limitations on your lifestyle. Plano families report the highest satisfaction rates for education quality, safety, recreational opportunities, and long-term financial security of any city in our research. Your kids will grow up in a place where success is expected, community involvement is encouraged, and the American dream isn't just possible, it's probable. There you have it, the 10 best affordable cities to raise a family in 2025, from Huntsville's aerospace innovation to Plano's family-first excellence. But here's what I want you to remember. The best city for your family isn't necessarily number 1 on this list. It's the place where your specific career can thrive, your children's needs can be met, and your financial goals become reality. Each of these cities proves something powerful. You don't have to choose between economic opportunity and family-friendly living, between excellent schools and reasonable housing costs, between career growth and genuine community. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these cities completely surprised you? Are you already living in one of these places? What questions do you have that I didn't cover? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your insights help other families making these huge decisions. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because next Tuesday, I'm revealing something that might completely change your timeline. We're diving into the 5 cities that look perfect for families on paper, but have hidden costs and challenges that could derail your financial plans. This research could save you from expensive mistakes and help you ask the right questions before you make the biggest move of your family's life. Thanks for watching Move Smarter Global, where we help families like yours discover opportunities that create both wealth and happiness. I'll see you next week, and remember, your family's future is worth the research.